Hey everyone, welcome back. So I was just preparing the video for page object model. I had a plan to create a page object model video where how we can implement page objects. When we are writing our test cases, we are writing all the locators currently in test class itself. Now, rather than doing that, we need to write everything in the page class, which again I'll explain in the later video. But while trying to do that, I found some issue. So what's happening currently, if you remember, we have already generated some test cases by default, where example E2E is the test case and the related page class are here in the login page and secure page. Okay. And when you run this test, it was working fine. It is also working fine also. But the issue is when we see there's an import statement here, right? So we need to import our page class or whatever, and then we need to using that import statement, you need to call that functions. Here in the first and second line, login.page dot, if you see here, it's a JS, while our format of the file is login.page.ts and secure.page.ts. So both has TS format, but here it's written as JS. So usually what happens when you import any file, right, of the JS file or TS file, you don't have to give any format here either. See, it should be either two things. Either you have to give TS because it's TS file, but when you hover your mouse, an import path cannot end with .ts extension, considering import login page.js. It's saying it should not, contain a JS. So that means it is not allowing, though my file is with the TS, it is not allowing me to import with the TS. In my previous last year versions, when I was working, so I was not giving any format at all, and then our code used to work fine. But when I remove this, and then when I try to run this test now, so for example, if I have added only this spec file here, and when I run this npm run wdio, it should work. But if you see, there's an error here. Let me maximize this. Now there is some error which is strange. It was trying to run the code here, and then I'm getting some error which is not making much sense to me. It is saying some capabilities issue, and then later here it says spec file, this particular example E2 error cannot find module, and this particular login.page imported from this particular TS file, it's not able to find. So it has something to do, some issue is there, and it's not able to find, whereas normally the expectation is that it should be able to find. Now this seems to be a bug from WebdriverIO. So I just wanted to show you guys, when you have such issue, when you are like finding some problem and you feel this is an issue, you should raise it with the WebdriverIO in their official GitHub channel. So just wanted to show you how we can do that exactly. So first thing, if first you have to go to their GitHub page. If you don't have the link, you can come to their official website, and then there's a GitHub icon. So you can click on it in the new tab. This will open. Now this is their GitHub channel. Okay, WebdriverIO / the WebdriverIO project is there, right? This is their official channel, and there is something called issue tab. So this is the issue where you can create an issue. Now, before creating issue, if you want to create new, you can click on new issue. But before creating an issue, you need to find, as of now, there are 151 open issue already there. So you have to first search through and find whether you already have the similar, whatever you're going to report now currently has already been given or not, already been raised by someone. So you need to have a look one by one through all the issues and then see whether it's matching. I have already tried and I couldn't find any open bug for the same issue. So let's raise new. Now, while raising a new bug, let's just click on create. You should be logged into your GitHub account. I have already logged in with my current GitHub account. If you're not, you just create an account login, and then you just click on create new issue. Now, once you click on create, you have some options: bug report, documentation, feature request, report security, question, or help. Here I feel it's a bug, so I'll create a bug report. Click on get started. Now here you need to provide a title. So bug should be same. Here you just need to replace the title. Now what title we should provide? So we need to understand what is the issue. So there's an issue with the import. So what is the issue? TS page class is imported as .js and error out failing test when updating the import. So this is the issue. You can be more specific what is the issue. Now then have you read the contributing guidelines? You can read through this contributing guidelines. What is that? You can click on the link and then you can go through what is the, how you can do the contribution, how you can, report on issues in detail. Their documentation is given. So you just read it through, click on the checkbox. Thanks for taking the time to fill out this bug report. Let's get something. What is the WebdriverIO version you're using? So if you're not sure, go to your package.json and see what version you're using. As of now, I'm using 8.0.13. So 8.0.13. What is the node version we are using? So I'm using version 18. So I'll say version 18. Whatever you have, you can use that. Which mode you're trying to use, standalone mode or wdio test run? So standalone in the sense when you have your all the codes in specific one file, but we are using wdio runner because we have a configuration file. So you have to say wdio test runner. Then you have to give these details, capabilities, which is a browser, what is the browser version, and the platform. So let me just, I have already raised one issue. I'll copy paste from there because my issue remains same. So but you can just update here. So where is my issue which I have opened last one? I'm just going to copy paste my data because I've already raised once and the data is same. So I've copied and I'm going to paste, but it might differ for you. For me, browser is Chrome, browser version is the latest version, platform is macOS that I'm using. What happened? What is the issue? Now let's describe the actual issue here. I'm using TypeScript with WebdriverIO and page object files also in .ts. Now in actual test import for the page are written as .js, which should not be the case. And then you can give an example, right? So what you can do, I can take a screenshot of this example E to E and what is my TS file. So let me take a screenshot. I'll just like to keep it everything in detail. And I'll attach that screenshot here. But let's give it. And when I remove the file extension same as version 7, then I get following error. No, ni and run test, and I get error. Details log in repository. I'm just mentioning here what is the issue. So this is the error I'm getting. Let's add the folder structure here. So we can probably add, not here. I don't think we can copy paste here. So what we can do is, let's not add image anything here. Just add the details here. What is your expected behavior? Import, not import, page import statement should be as, should not have file extension, or if are based on actual file. This is there how to reproduce the bug. So to reproduce the bug, now it is essential to help reduce some in our, please create either a minimal reproducer example or in a new repository a gist, or copy paste all the necessary files there. So what I'll do exactly, I'm going to create, I already have my GitHub repository. I'm just going to link it here. Okay. So I have just removed this file, remove this, create a new branch in my GitHub, and then I'm going to give that link. So I've created import issue branch in my, and let me push these changes. Let me see what changes I have done. Git add, git commit, git test, git push origin, and the branch name. All right, so we have pushed the changes. Now let's give the link. So where is my GitHub account where I have my test cases? So this is my repository, and the branch is import issue. This is my branch. I need to take a log and then push that as well. So whatever error we have got here, right, while running the test, let's copy all the logs as well. So this is the log. I'll add here a file, log.txt, and I'm pasting all the logs here. Let's push this as well. And I'm pushing the change. So if I reload the file, I should have the logs.txt as well. Now I have first the issue. First, you need to replicate the issue in your local, copy the logs, create some file and add in your log, create your GitHub repository, push your code in the GitHub. Once you push your code in the GitHub, go to official website, fill the details, what is your expected. So now while filling the details, what is the version, what is the capabilities, what is actually happened, what is your expected result. So let's add page import statement should have the file, should not have function or based on the actual file, and test should run successfully. Right now, how you can reproduce the bug? So to reproduce the bug, we can mention the command. And so before mentioning the command, this is the link that we need to provide. Git link logs. Where is the logs? This is the file, so I'll give the link of this as well. And what is the command to give? Okay, so first, when anyone clones, right? So if you want to clone this repository, first you have to say git clone this, git checkout, and the branch name is this, npm install to install the dependency, npm run wdio to run the test. Now this is the command. So what is the command to run the test? First you need to clone the repository, then check out to the branch, then npm install the dependency and the run the test, so it will reproduce the issue. Right now, these are the links that I have given because this is a relevant output. What output directory you need to provide, that's what I'm providing here. Right, code of conduct, you need to agree. You can read it through. The code of conduct I have already written, so I'm not reading it again. And then it's asking, is there any existing issue for this? In the beginning, which I have told that before raising an issue, you need to try to find whether this issue already exists. If does not, just create new. Check this box and then click on submit new issue. Now your new issue will be created. TS page class input, whatever description you have given, and all these details, whatever you have selected, will be here. And then wait for someone to just have a look and then they respond you back. Please make sure keep on checking the status. You'll get auto generated in your linked email, and keep on checking what is happening. Bookmark it, check the status if you have some more details to provide, because you need to get it fixed. It's an open source project. Someone is putting their effort and time. So if possible, try to contribute, get in touch with the person whoever is working on it. Any way possible, try to support them and fix, if possible, take up the issue, and if you can fix it, they'll guide you all the way through whatever is required you to understand and set it up. So yeah, just wanted to show you that if you run into some issues and you feel that's a bug, then how you can raise a bug to the WebdriverIO. So that's a quick one. Probably in the next video, when the issue is fixed, I'll create another video to implement page object model. for now. That's it for the video. Thank you so much.